What is up? Welcome to a Workout Wednesday. Today we're banging out a chest and back session. Please ignore the haircut. I'm getting it sorted tomorrow. My barber's been on holiday. End of story. Anyway, so quite the contrary to last session, I do need to warm up my rotator cuffs today. I actually dislocated my shoulder on Tuesday, which wasn't ideal, obviously. But nevertheless, let's have some, effective warm-up strategies, and then I should be okay for the rest of the day. But just bear that in mind when I'm doing, to be fair, chest and back exercises. They can both be a bit iffy for your shoulders. So let's just do some external rotations, give you a bit of a better angle here. And then we can get cracking with the workout.
Cause it doesn't mean so much in the end. Boy, can you hold me? Boy, can you hold me? Boy, can you hold me? Boy, can you hold me?
I did actually see a recent post on TikTok that I thought was just a load of bollocks. I don't know why anyone would share something like that. It was basically this guy saying that you shouldn't warm up your rotator cuffs unless you have an issue with your rotator cuffs. So if you've damaged them in the past, for example. I sat there and thought, does this guy even know what rotator cuffs are? Like, the rotator cuff group are muscles that allow external and internal rotation. So why would you not warm them up like any other muscle to prevent damage? Made no sense to me. I just sat there and thought, well, I'm not one to comment on TikToks and stuff, so I didn't. It was just like, what on earth is going on? Hoping you can actually see me do this. Oh, yeah, my right shoulder's the one I dislocated. It went out and went straight back in at jiu-jitsu because a guy that weighs about 100 kilos landed on it. So I can feel it, especially during this movement. Okay, cool. Right. Let's put this up, chuck on the other D handle, and just warm up our chest, I suppose. You're gonna have to bear with me because for some reason, because it's so cold, my camera keeps steaming up. See if this is any better. Give me one sec. Okay, is that better? Yes. I think the problem is I don't keep it somewhere that's temperature controlled. So obviously when it's cold overnight, condensation builds up and it gets all steamy. But yeah, it does look better now. So let's warm up our chest. Just gonna whack it on 10 kilos each side and do some, I suppose, fly press type things, yeah. great warm up. That was perfect. Up it to 14. And I think I'm just gonna like very slowly increase the weight in increments. Get to a weight that I'm comfortable with. Just don't want to cause any extra damage to my shoulder. That's all of my, what am I saying? I mean, that's my concern at the minute. So we'll see how many reps I can get, if they're decent reps, you know. But at the end of the day, if I'm able to get within 8 to 12 reps and it was okay set, then yeah. Just realised how bad of an angle that is. That might be better for you. And at least you can see all of me. That was a perfect weight. Yeah, perfect weight. The last two, oh, I've steamed up again, what? Yeah, you will just have to bear with me with that. Should be right, now I'm in room temperature, but I should have just let it de-steam before I started filming anything. But anyway, as I was saying, perfect weight. I kind of got 12 reps, but realistically it was 10 solid reps and 2 partials, so I'm quite happy with that. And the emphasis on the stretch for this one was crazy. So if you're not too sure about whether you should be training with emphasis on the stretch, take a look at my most recent video. I basically explain whether you should be doing emphasized stretch reps, full range of motion, or partial reps, and I explain why. I'll leave the answers to be discovered in that video, but yeah, if you're not too sure, take a look at that. Right, let's do this next set, and then we can crack on with the next bicep. No, bicep? What the fuck am I on about? Chest. Chest exercise. I realised when I got to a point where I couldn't actually bang out any more full reps, I just thought, well, I might as well get some good pushed partials. Yeah, let's go on to the next chest exercise. Right, well, if you're sat there wondering, what the fuck is this exercise? Let me tell you, it's a cuff cable fly. It's slowly becoming one of my favorites, really, just because of the sheer stretch and stability that you get from it. So it's definitely an exercise to try if you haven't, particularly with the cuffs. So I'm just gonna sit down and have a little rest, let my chest recover, and then, yeah, we'll do it, we'll give it a try. Right, let's try this. I will have to slightly figure out a way to, you know, set this up. I think if you do it just below your elbow joint, might be a perfect height up your arm. But we'll see. If it doesn't feel right, I'll just change it the next set, but there's no point changing it mid-set. I'll just cope. Feels perfect. Okay, that last rep wasn't going to happen, but that shows it was a good weight because I did 11 decent reps and then one kind of half rep, so I like that. It's a very nice feeling movement. Obviously I had to be slightly careful coming back because if the weight's pulling up on my arm, could do something to my shoulder, but for the most part, it was a very good exercise. So yeah, I'll have a little rest and then we'll do it again. Right, let's set this up again. Like I said, that was a good height up my arm, so we're gonna keep it the same. And luckily, it's a width or a size of the cuffs where I can just slip my arms in, so it's always helpful. Chest down.
Smoking on good though, bitch from Pluto. Person like Saturn, body ring. Can't in my table, there's nothing you bring. I cannot fuck with these red guys, dripping on and she bad times. Taking her back by her ass, I think she in love with my cash size. Put her hard like bad vibes, can't give me no cash, boo. Don't get a hobby, counting these racks in my pastime. Call back on me, take a tramp, female with a tragedy. My bitch, you look a masterpiece. I'm in a troll like a cavity. If 12 ask me questions, ain't telling shit. I just don't get through the Benjamin. Spend it, I'm on this with my battery. Charged up, unless you shit. She and my balls like giving it. Grab, you know that I'm getting it. I think the shit is evident. I don't do no after. Stream on me, entree. Talk to the couch like Kanye. Because 2000, no Andre. I just want Bruno's, I just want Euros. Smoking on good though.
Okay, that might be a sign to just go up one weight. So I would go up from 10.2 to 12.5. So very happy with that, very productive. Let's do the last chest exercise. All right, well, I did extremely briefly think about doing a barbell bench press, be it incline or flat, and then I thought, no, that's stupid. So I'm just gonna do a relatively light dumbbell bench press for one set. It's just a shame there's not as many exercises I can do in here that can cater to my shoulder being a bit dodgy. So if I was in the other gym, if you haven't seen that video yet, I'll leave the card in the top corner of the screen, but I would be able to do the actual chest fly and then also a pin-loaded machine press. So it's a little bit irritating. I kind of wish I went there now for my chest and back session because that's what I did last time, as per the video. So let's just grab the 22, sorry, and just do some very controlled, big stretch emphasis reps. Right, well, I felt that in my shoulder towards the end of the set, so we'll call it there for chest. But very productive, smart thinking. I just didn't want to absolutely toast my chest for the sake of it, when it could absolutely destroy my shoulder again, or just make the damage even worse. So yeah, let's go crack on with some back work. For some reason, there's like a really loud siren going off outside. I don't quite know what it is. Almost sounds like an air raid siren, but everyone in the gym's ignoring it. Well, I say everyone, the 2 other people here. Perks of being a private gym, or what do you call it? Yeah, I suppose it's a privately owned gym. It's not, well, it is a commercial gym, but it's not like, you know, a branch. It's its own one. There aren't any Vista performance centres, obviously, besides in Vista. So let's just take this jacket off. Well, I say jacket, it's more like a quarter zip jumper type thing. But anyway, I don't think I need to do much warming up for this, because your back muscles, and particularly your lats, are key stabilizers for chest work, particularly presses. Not necessarily flies, but presses definitely. So I'm just gonna, I will do a couple reps on here for a light weight, but then we'll put on the heavy weight. Cool. Oh, I got to be careful standing up from that. That destroyed my shoulder. Well, I mean, I felt it in my shoulder quite badly. Okay, let's do the first working set on back. Hopefully I don't tear my shoulder out my socket. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Felt my shoulder like once, but besides that, that was a very good set, very productive set. Obviously I'm keeping the intensity a bit lower than normal, probably like 80% of my normal intensity, and I'm keeping my shoulders and my lats engaged throughout the whole movement. I'm not coming up and releasing my shoulders. A, takes tension off your lats. B, you risk, well, I mean, me in particular, risk pulling your shoulder out of the joint. So that's not what you want. Even if you've not dislocated it and you've not got an injury, you don't want to do that anyway. There's just no benefit to it at all, apart from the stretch. But you can get an equally, or almost equally as good stretch whilst keeping your lats engaged. So I don't see why you would. Let's do this set, because there's one particular exercise at the end of this session that I'm looking forward to. Well, I will leave it to the end, just because it, you know, keeps me a bit excited, I suppose, in all the right ways, not the wrong ways, if you get what I'm laying down. That was a very American term. If you're American watching this, is that a very American term? If you get what I'm laying down? I don't know. Don't know if it is or not. Anyway. Lovely. Let's go on to lat pullover, which is just here. Okay, so I'm using the tricep rope for it, like I always do. And the only problem I find with this one, as in this cable, actually usually I use the other one, is that the stretch, it's not like, it's certainly not bad, but it doesn't feel as good as others. Let's just warm up the lats a little bit more. And I just wanted to gauge the weight as well, because I know this cable stack is a little bit different weight-wise to the other normal ones. But all right, let's do the first proper set of this. Just trying to gauge the right weight. It's quite difficult on here. You have to bear with me. Up it by 1, I reckon. Yeah, that'd be good. I'm gonna have a very quick rest because that wasn't a proper set, I would like to say, or wouldn't like to say. Whatever you decide is right. Right, perfect. Let's do this set. I'll probably do another one after this as well, just because the first one that I did just before this didn't count. Cool, like that. I'll have a little rest and then we'll hop on to the last set. Right, let's do this last set and then we can go on to my favorite exercise. Lovely. Let's go to the last exercise. Right. If you were here for my last back day video, or pull day video, I suppose, you'll know this exercise. It is a rear delt reverse fly, or rear delt fly, I suppose, whatever you want to call it. I'm just testing the height of the cables quickly. So this is not how I'd actually do the exercise. Yeah, cool. So obviously you're gonna put on cuffs and then fly backwards. I'm gonna grab a foam roller though, because you can get a lot better stretch with one in front of your chest. Nice Mustang outside. Anyway, foam roller. Get the cuffs out again. Cuffs are very useful for a pool day, I must admit. Never used them more than I have today, which is always good, I suppose. Get my money's worth. So you want to put them on sort of like just above your wrist. So where you've got the wrist bone here, the little knobbly bit, you want it like 2 fingers, or yeah, 1 or 2 fingers, depending on how thick your fingers are. I've got quite skinny fingers, so mine's 2. And then just sit on the bench with the foam roller in front of you and fly. Too heavy. I can't remember what weight I had it on then. Was it 3.4 maybe? Let's try that. Seems like it may be a more suitable weight. Okay, don't know if you noticed, but I actually changed it so my hands are in the cuffs. That just felt a bit better. And because I was like halfway, well no, I am halfway through weights, so I'm in between 2. If you put the weight further away from the joint that's moving, it makes it more difficult. If you put it closer to the joint that's moving, shoulder for example, in this case, it makes it easier. So because I'm in between 2 weights, I put the load further away from the joint that's being moved on the lighter weight, which meant the intensity leveled out a bit. So it's going to put me very, very close to moving the next weight up. But because the rear delts are such a small muscle in comparison to everything else, it's hard to progressively overload them. So that was a good way to, is by moving the lever to the end of the joint that's moving, or further away from the joint that's moving, I should say. This makes it harder, I suppose. I think the saying is always, the longer the load arm, which is the distance between the fulcrum and the load, the harder it will be to move, so the more effort it will be required to move it. That's like basic GCSE sports science or PE, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, good way to progressively overload if you struggle with smaller groups, smaller muscle groups like that. Right, let's do this last set and then that'll be back complete. And we can have a look at the pump. If only I could take my top off in the main bit of this gym, that'd be lovely. But I'll head into the changing rooms, check no one's in there, and then take my top off and film it. I don't really want to catch anyone's winky dinky in the video. Also, quick side note, if you're wondering why I'm arching my back, it's so I reduce the activation of like my upper back muscles. Obviously I don't want them to start being activated if I'm trying to target my rear delts. So yeah, don't go in the comments saying, oh, you're arching your back, and saying it's half reps, because if you go any further than I was going, you start to get upper and mid back muscles activated, so you don't really want that. Particularly with rear delts, because it's such a small muscle. Anyway, enough waffle, let's go check the pump. Right, well I made the educated decision to not check the pump in the changing rooms, because it's just probably not a smart idea. You know, imagine someone comes out with a shower and I don't realise they're there, for example. It's just not a good idea, so let's put you up here, because then I can see in the mirror how I look, but then also you guys can see what the pump is like as well. So let's do chest. Nice. Let's do, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to lat spread. Let's try it. Kind of. Take this with a pinch of salt, guys, because that's not how my lat spread usually looks. I'm gonna do a rear lat spread as well. Oh yeah, that's the pump checked. Right, as always, thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure you smash the thumbs up button, and if you're not subscribed and you want to get notified every time I post, hit the subscribe button, but then click the bell icon next to it, so you'll get pinged every time I post, which will be every every Wednesday and Saturday at 5 PM British time. So yeah, you don't want to miss any of them. And I think that's everything. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.